everyone, my name is Lydia and welcome to a new episode of Lovely Stitches here on Flosstube. This is episode number 41 and today it is Sunday the 16th of May. And before I start I have to put in a little disclaimer. My next door neighbor is still working on his house, so you might hear some noises of him doing that. But I had the opportunity to film. I had the house for myself at this point. My husband has taken the children to do some grocery shopping because they wanted to do something we call pizzarette. That is something you have a little pizza oven where we have one with 4 holes, but you can also buy them with 6 or 8 holes. In the holes you put your own mini pizza. You make yourself and then you wait until it's done and then you eat. It's very fun to do and they both really like doing it, and they asked if we could do it tonight. Sure, but then you have to arrange everything, and they were like, okay. So they are doing groceries with their dad at this point, and then I had a little time to film for you guys. It still is Maynia today, we are halfway through the month. So I'm going to show you what I worked on, if I had new starts and what those new starts are. I have a little bit of haul. I made myself a new project bag, which I'm very proud of. And I have a little knitting whip I will show you. So I hope you will get yourself something to drink, some stitching, and then you will join me. First off, I will start with my focus piece. And my focus piece is in my new project bag. I saw Debbie showed one of her project bags she made using a tutorial by Ivana Pfeiffer. It's called Making Your Own Project Envelope Bag, I believe. And it looked very easy, and I thought, well, maybe I should try make one. And it was very easy. If you are new to sewing, you know what I mean. It sounds like you're suing someone. Then this is a perfect tutorial to make a project bag for yourself. I used this kind of poppy fabric with poppies in different colors. And on the inside I used just a pink fabric. I still have to figure out how I'm closing this because I don't have any Velcro. So I might be ordering some so I can put Velcro on here, or maybe I will put in some buttons to push it, to close it, or maybe add a button over here with a sort of strappy closing thing. I don't know yet, or a ribbon, or so yeah, I'm in love with it. And I put in my most favorite project, and that is Waffle Fairy. And here she is. We'll go back a little bit. Here she is. And let me fold it and show you where I worked on. Oh, I hope you don't hear my next door neighbor too much, but well, I worked most of the time I worked on this part over here. And this morning I was putting in some of the yellow over here. A little bit of red I did put in here last night. So I really like working from this side to that side and filling in some holes. Sometimes I only fill in holes and sometimes I just pick a big block of color and stitch that. And then I like to end my thread. I'm doing cross-country stitching, not extreme cross-country because I am too afraid I will make mistakes and I have to frog it, and I hate losing time, stitchy time over frogging pieces. So I will stitch like this. I can count if I'm right, but you will not see me skipping like 20 holes to put in one stitch. And then I will end my thread and will rethread and stitch that one across later. So yeah, I am currently at, let me see, 87.61%. And I will show you what it will look like when it's finished. Well, very few mock-up. This is her when she's finished. And she's absolutely gorgeous. I am stitching on the part over here with all the yellow. I'm sorry for the glare. There it is. Absolutely a gorgeous pattern, and I really love it. And I told my husband yesterday, if she is finished, I think I will fall into a black hole. Then I am done with stitching on her. And what am I going to do then? The fun part of almost finishing a height, I mean, I still have to do about 12.5%. But the fun part of doing, of working so much on a height is that you finish a lot of colors. I don't know how many colors I have already finished, but I do know that I have finished so many colors that I could switch to a small bobbin box. I needed a big bobbin box for another project, which I will show you later, which is a new start. And I was like, well, I could buy a new one, but I'd rather spend the money on flosses or fabric or patterns or... I had this laying around. It had two projects in it, I believe Game of Swans and Hello Pumpkin, but they both had so many or so less bobbins in it. I just put them on a floss ring and put those in the project bags so I could use it for my Full Fairy. So yeah, I'm very pleased with my progress on Full Fairy, and I will work on her a little bit more today, and that's a little bit of plans already, which I'm telling you. I mentioned last time I wanted to do about 10,000 stitches on Full Fairy, and I am still going on track. And I want to reward myself after I've done all those stitches. I can show you a little bit of how I keep track of myself. I have to do 125 crosses in order to finish Full Fairy this year. But this is how I keep track of it. As you can see, I already finished May. I have a notebook and I make a little chart with the number of days of that month. So May has 31 days. And when I have done 125 crosses, I will tick off a day to keep track. I am currently working on June and I have done 9 days. And I wanted to do 10,000 crosses, but I filled in July. And after I have finished July, I will have done 11,375 crosses. Kruisjes, it says in Dutch here. But when I have done 10,000 crosses, I will reward myself by starting April Fairy. So I still have a lot of work to do, but 125 crosses isn't a lot. Even after a work day, I can stitch about 375 crosses, mainly because I pick a big block of color then, which will go very fast, and add in just a little bit of confetti. But with focusing on the bigger blocks, I am able to finish or to tick off 3 days on an evening. So I should be able to get there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try. Even if I can start April Fairy on the last day of May, it's fine, it's okay. But it's just a little challenge I made for myself. Also because I am using Pattern Keeper for my height. And when in the summertime, when sitting outside, I don't really like working off a screen because it's hard to see. When it's warm, the tablet will get hot. So then I prefer a paper pattern. So I like to be up front with my full fairy, so I can sit and relax in the garden and, you know, stitch on something with a paper pattern. So that's why. And let me take a sip of my drink. Then I have another focus piece, which is de Brandaris by Paco Handwerken. This is the lighthouse of Terschelling, an island here in the Netherlands. And this is what I have been working on lately when the sun was shining. It's small and it has a paper pattern, and believe it or not, this chart is readable the best in the sun. I showed it last time how hard it is to see, to read. It's a very small chart with a lot of similar colors right here, so it's easier to see in the sun. I did a lot of green below here. I filled in a lot of gaps and I worked my way over here, and I also did some of the back stitching. I don't like to save all the back stitching till the end, so I decided to, which I will do with most of my projects, I don't work on one color at a time or one place at a time. I like to switch between colors or back stitching or motifs. So that's what I have been doing here. I have done some back stitching in the tower and I've been working on the green. So yeah, not a lot left to do. This is stitched on 14 count Aida, provided in the kit with the kit's flosses. I forgot to mention the Fall Fairy is on 18 count Aida with all the called for DMCs, 2/1, and this is also 2/1. So yeah, very pleased with that. Needle minder is by me. If you like it, you can buy it in my Etsy shop. I have such a cute needle minder. I use a little notions pouch, and for the Dutch viewers, you can buy these at the Action. is actually a little makeup bag, but I really like using it for my all my things inside. I have pens, I have scissors, I have some hand cream because I really hate it when my hands are dry and I'm stitching on a rougher fabric. So then I like to use a little hand cream, markers, thread for, I use this when I have a project. I will show it a little bit. To sew in, hand sew the edges to keep it from fraying. So I keep this in my little notions pouch, and I have this always right beside me on the couch. You can't see the couch, but it's right over there. I have it standing there, and I really like it. I also have a little tin in here, which I will show. Oh, I have it here because I was stitching. This is a little tin I use to collect my orts, and I will show it. And I think Diane will love this one. Of Frog and Fudges. Frog and Fudge. It has a cute little frog on top. And on the inside, where I normally keep the orts, you see this. So this is what I normally have also in this notions pouch. Really filled up. And on the outside I have a needle minder, which I also sell in my shop. And this is a little fairy. I really like having my needle minder on here because I stitch in hand, and even though this is a small needle minder, the magnets on the back still weigh in a little bit, and by having it here on this bag, I don't have the extra weight in my hands. So that's how I do it. And I switch them every now and then. So now I have this fairy. I had a little unicorn. I've had the one that's now on the Randaris piece. So yeah, I really think that's handy. So that's my Randaris. Then I worked on something and I forgot the name. And I really have to laugh about myself because I forgot how it was called. And I had to make some notes for this video. When I work on a project, I write it down. But I don't usually immediately write it down. But, you know, when I think of it, I will write down the names of the projects I worked on. And I wrote down grote sampler, big sampler, because I forgot the name. But I know what I meant, so it's okay. The big sampler I was working on, and now I did not put it in very handy, so we'll get it out of the plastic. This is one, His Eye is on the Sparrow by Heartstring Samplery, and really love this pattern. I started this one for my birthday on the 19th of December last year. And I'm stitching this on 40 count vintage, not vintage beige. I forgot. This one has a needle minder on it. By me, of course. This is a wooden needle minder. And I was working on this motif over here. And as you can see, I still have to end my thread, but I had to make dinner, so I put it aside. Vintage Country Mocha. That's the color. And I really love this. And as you can see, I started in the middle of the project. On the top. And I will work my way over to the side. Really love this one. It's a big one, but I like big projects, so that's okay. And I wasn't planning on stitching on this, but I had to grab it. I saw a Dutch web shop called Salty Day. She had an order of Gentle Arts coming in, and I really needed pomegranate for this project. And I was eyeing on that for ages. So when I saw it now, I decided to order 2 skeins. But I had to make sure I had everything else for that project. So I bought it, and then I had it in my little hands and I stitched on it. Next project is in also a handmade bag by myself. It's Quilting Bee. Hashtag Stitch Criteria Friendship Style. We are stitching this together. Well, Debbie is stitching another piece. And I totally forgot that name again. I'm terrible today. Go check Debbie's latest video, she showed it. But the rest of it is stitching Quilting Bee. And I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which is R&R sheep straw with the called for colors. And this is how far I am. And on this piece I also worked a little bit on the border. I made it around the corner, so this will be the end of the pattern. I finished this motif. I finished both of the wings, and I worked a little bit on the bee's butt. And I can't wait until next Friday that I can work on it again. So pretty. Really love this one. I really enjoy stitching on this. I really look forward to every Friday we are meeting up by using Zoom. Then I have, I will show you my knitting whip on the end. I have new starts. I have 3 new starts. It's Maynia, right? I planned 5 new starts. I don't know. I planned 5 starts, but from those 5 starts I only started 2, and I started one that was a gift. And I'm sorry for the noise. This one still needs a project bag, but there, without a glare. This is Into Dreamland by Letty Stitch, which is a kit, and I got this as a Mother's Day gift. And I really must say my husband did a very, very well job by picking this project. It has my favorite colors. It has a beautiful woman, you know, dreaming about whatever she's dreaming about. And this piece makes me really happy when I'm looking at it. I love the colors. I'm stitching this on the called for fabric, on the fabric provided in the kit, which is a 16 count Ada. And I'm using the flosses, which are anchor flosses, but I like working with them. And I started in the top right corner, which is here. And the fabric is pre-gridded, but very lightly. And I never use pre-gridded fabric, but I do like using it. So maybe in the future I will use it again. And this is how far I am. Really like working on it. It doesn't have a lot of confetti yet. Maybe it will when I'm further along. But I really love it. So that's the first start. Also a full coverage piece, which I really like. Then I have a new start. I started this one together with Debbie. I already said if she was starting it, because she was using a decision wheel for her new starts. If she was starting it, she should have said it. I'm sorry if you hear my laundry machine. it's starting to make a little bit of noise. But she started it the Saturday after our last meetup. This is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais, and this is a chart that was gifted to me by my brother on my birthday. We have a hashtag for this, and let me check. It is hashtag Sweetie Rose Manor Sale. So if you would like to join us, please do so. And I'm stitching this on 40 count summer khaki, and I'm using all the called for colors. And I made a pretty good start on this one. And I have been working my way down so I can go to the big house. And the reason is because I don't like stitching all the pink at once, as I said before. I like to switch and alternate between colors. So that's the reason I'm working my way over to the big house. And I am almost that far that I can start it. I have to do a little bit more here. So very pleased with this one, and it's a really fun stitch. Then I have my latest new start, which is in my bag I used to have my Volveri in, but this has a lot of more going to it now than Volveri does. Let me see. It's this one. I really wanted to start this one. It is, I call her Colibri Girl, because I don't know, I believe this says Colibri, but I'm not really certain. The designer is Russian or Ukrainian. I don't know, I'm saying something wrong and you feel offended, but I believe she's Russian. She has done an amazing job on charting this one. Really fell in love with it. I saw this at Laura's Flosstube video. She's a relatively new Flosstuber, and I had to have it, so I emailed the designer and I could buy it. And I'm stitching this on a 18 count Ada. I made a tiny start, and my needle is in front, so I will put it aside for a little bit. I made a tiny start, and now let me see if I show it right. Yeah, I am working my way over from here. I started in the middle on the right side. That means I have started working here. So I will make my way over to the first bird here. And I have to explain a little bit about this one. The designer already mentioned it is a large pattern which has a lot of blended colors. Last time I kept calling it combined colors, but luckily you understood what I meant. What I did was ordering a lot of flosses for this pattern, and there is some in here already. I had to buy about 100 skeins of DMC. Yeah, I'm poor now. But, you know, cross stitchers be like, I really need this, so I did. It has a lot of blended colors, and I was thinking about how should I be doing that, because as said, I don't like doing the extreme cross country. So I ordered 2 of these floss cards on AliExpress. These are made of plastic, so durable and sturdy. And what I did, as you can see, I already have one in use. What I did is I took the legenda And the first 1.5 row are single colors, but then there are combined colors. What I did is I cut out the symbol and taped it on here, and so I can put on the leftover threads. So when I am in need of one of the symbols that's on here, I can just use this one. I also received the pattern for Pattern Keeper, and I will show you a little bit without giving away anything. I will, if I go here, then you will not see the chart. It's readable for Pattern Keeper, but since there are blended colors, you will get this, and I will show you with 310. I was working on 310 the last time. I hope you can see this. This is better. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 310 in here. The reason for that is it only recognizes the first color in the floss list. What I did is looking what 310 is single, which is this one, and the rest is on the floss card. You can add colors manually if you like, but I am too afraid I will mess something up and I will find out if I'm halfway through the pattern that I did mess up. So not going to do that. I'm going to use with this method. Maybe it takes a little bit more time to work on it this way, but it's okay, it's fine by me. So then I have a little bit, oh, I still have my knitting whip to show you. It's in this little bag. It used to have a baby's meal inside, but it's very handy. I am working on a pair of socks, and I am using the magic loop method by this one. I have the pattern, the vanilla socks by, let me see, her name is Kay Litton, but she has, oh, Crazy Sock Lady, vanilla socks, and I'm using the magic loop methods. Let me see if I still have the band of the material. No, I don't. But I use this pretty yarn. And this is how far I am. I am done. As you can see, I messed up in here, but this way is fine. I'm done with the cuff, and now I am stitching on the leg, or knitting on the leg, I should say. I really love the colors, and I can't wait till it's turning blue. Really love it. I really like using the magic loop method. Only thing is, I really had to get used on the tension between the two needles. And now I am working on the leg. It is fine. As you can see, the tension is really nice. But when I was working on the cuff, it isn't as nice as I really wanted it to be. It's a little bit too loose over here. But I'm hoping when I block these socks, it will be out of there. And they're for me, they're for private use, so it's okay if they're not 100% perfect. So, really, really love these. The color is so bright, and the color is really picking up very nicely. Then I have one more thing to show you. I have a little bit of haul which came in yesterday and I'm really excited about this. I made an order with Debbie, Creatively Yours. She is selling hand-dyed fabrics. If you see something she has made, you can send her a message and ask her if she could dye it for you, which I did. She showed, I believe it's the Key by Barbara Anna. She was stitching on this fabric and I said, oh Debbie, I need that. So she dyed it for me, and this is 40 count emerald, hand dyed by Creatively Yours, and there it is. It's really, really gorgeous. And I had in mind, I was going to stitch a long dark on this with a darker blue thread. But when I received it, I decided I'm going to stitch Witchy Washy on it, which I bought a couple of months ago because I saw it on a video of Mama Loves Your GB and I fell in love with it, and I think this fabric is perfect for it. I mean, I love to hang my clothes outside to dry, but mainly when the sky is like this. And she put in a little gift. It's called Vintage Lace and it's also hand dyed by her. And it's really, really nice. It would even look very pretty on this fabric. So thank you, Debbie. I will definitely try that one out. And I hope you will start dyeing some more in the future. So that's it. That's everything I had to show you. I only have to say thank you for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. In the past few weeks I've received a lot of new subscribers. Thank you. I hope you like what you see, and put your thumbs up if you do so. Leave me a comment. I really like to read them, and I am really going to sit down and answer all your messages, because you take the time to message me, then I want to take time to answer you. So we really did last time, and I'm going to do that again. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely Maynia, and I will see you again soon. Bye!